Yogis. So, have you ever been told in class when you're practicing yoga that when you take your arms up over your head, you need to draw your shoulder blades down as your arms lift up? That's nuts. What are your arms attached to? The humerus, the upper arm bone, attached to your shoulder blade. That's where it connects to your body. So if your arm is going, your shoulder blade has to go. I understand there's a vague logic-ish with it. It's that you don't want to reach up and create neck tension. Well, your shoulder blades, they sit in your back like two little wings. And what you want to do is unfurl your wings. You want your lower tips of your shoulder blades to wing out, okay? Because your arm, as it goes up, it hits the top of the shoulder blade. So you want to free it up. So you turn your arms up, you lift up, you spread your shoulder blades, and that sorts it out. Try it out, explore it, get on your mat. Yogis, I was asked a good question. Someone said, I've been told I should always micro bend my knees when I'm practicing yoga. Well, I would say, are you part of the anecdotally 3 to 5% of people who hyperextend their knees? And if you're not, then straighten your legs. If you hyperextend, then it's a different issue. That's another conversation. But if you worry that your legs will start to hyperextend, they won't. They won't. Some people are just born that way, okay? So I would suggest you definitely straighten your legs and strongly, actively straighten them. Pull up on the kneecaps. Someone said to me recently, if I pull up on my kneecaps, my knees lock. They do, and then you release your kneecaps and they unlock. They're not going to freeze. And in a way, imagine that you've got a kneecap at the back of your knee as well, and pull that up as well. Pull up the hamstring, pull up the calf muscle. Get on your mat, try it. Yogis, another question. Someone asked me, can I pedal in dog? You can do whatever the heck you want, but are you going to get much out of it? Probably not. Pedaling in dog is a little bit like not pedaling on a bicycle, okay? When you're on your bike, pedal and you'll get somewhere. When you're in dog, hold the pose and you'll get somewhere. Holding dog is going to give you length into the backs of your legs. It's going to stretch your hamstrings and your buttocks and your calves. And muscles like that, large, bulky muscles, they take about 9-10 seconds before they begin to stretch. So if you're just kind of, pedaling like that, just grooving in your pose, feels lovely. Don't get me wrong, feels lovely. But you are not going to change the level of extension or the shape of your muscles, okay? So if you want to really benefit from your dog, you have to hold your dog. And then when you get on your bicycle, pedal away. Explore it. Get on your mat. Yogis, I was asked a great question. I'm regularly asked this one. Why do I get cramps in some poses? Well, there's about 50 reasons why you could get a cramp. It could be that you have that you're lacking in potassium, magnesium. It could be that you are tired. It could be that you are dehydrated. So hydrate before yoga. Make sure you're getting your minerals and vitamins. But then it could just be that you go strongly into a stretch before you have warmed up the muscle a little bit, which is why we tend to do some warm-ups before we go in for the deep hard stretches, okay? So if you get a cramp in your thigh or your calf, you need to come out of it. I find sometimes I need to come out of it and walk around the room. If it's a cramp in your foot, it'll get worse and then it'll just melt, okay? So next time you're in Virasana and you get a cramp in your foot, be patient, sit with it. Okay, try that next time you're on your mat. Yogis, a great question. How do you stretch your teres major muscle? Where is your teres major? It's beside the teres minor, which is one of your rotator cuff, but it is not. But it is one of the 7 muscles that acts on your glenohumeral joint, that's your main shoulder joint, okay? What it does is when it contracts, it adducts your arm, it internally rotates your arm, and it takes your arm back. So anything that does the opposite of that will stretch it. 2 key poses, wait for it, downward facing dog or warrior one, but that sense of arms up, spreading the shoulder blades. And the other fabulous one is Gomukhasana arms. This arm does the stretch. Turn the arm in and you will get it, okay? I would also recommend with stretching that you do some strengthening. And anything that does lat strengthening will do it, because the teres major is often called the lat's little helper, okay? So anything that pulls your arms down will strengthen it.